Hey, this is George, and welcome to a very special edition of Happy Hour Sessions.
Ho, 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 ho.
Hey, I'm George. Welcome to Happy Hour Sessions. Every once in a while you get somebody on the show who just sends the chills down your spine. I have the honor and the privilege of spending a couple hours here with Mr. Kris Kringle himself. Thank you for being here.
George, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me. And hello, boys and girls, all you little ones and all you grown-up boys and girls, too.
I know that this is the busy time of year for you, and for you to set aside a couple hours to sit here with us is just amazing.
This is all part of the joy of the season, and we're just gearing up for it, so I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much. So you invited us down to the Inventionasium here in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about what this is?
Well, actually, there's one Inventionasium, and we have portals all over. You happen to have come to the Cleveland portal. You're transported to the land of North where my Inventionasium is. The Inventionasium is basically, it's my workshop. We generate ideas for toys and for gifts that bring a special holiday joy to people. Instead of me trying to travel all around the country, people from around the country and around the world can make their journeys to the land of North to see me at the Inventionasium.
You can't think of Christmas without thinking about music and thinking about the joy that's in the air. And there are so many Christmas songs that I would love for us to take an opportunity to select one of those songs for us to use as inspiration for us when we write this new song today. What we've done is we've made a list of the top 50 Christmas songs, and you're going to pick a card that corresponds to one of those numbers on the list. And then we're going to figure out what we're using today as inspiration. But we've got everything from Mariah Carey to Pentatonics, Bing Crosby. So, Santa, if you wouldn't mind, please pick a card.
This one right here. Oh boy. Well, how about a lucky 7?
The number 7 song on our list is The Christmas Song by Nat King Cole. We are going to listen to the Christmas song. Let's put these on. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Beautiful. Nobody can sing it like he can.
It really is a gorgeous rendition.
You know, so many songs of the season are jolly, lively, robust. One of my favorites, Deck the Halls with Boughs of Hafala. You know, this one is very soothing, and it deals with the joys of Christmas, but it's also very peaceful. I think of it almost as a lullaby.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I would love to hear some of your thoughts on that song, some images that came up.
It's a very peaceful, placid kind of song. The images, the chestnuts on the open fire, probably we don't find quite as much today as we did in years past. But the idea of the hearth, a center of light and warmth in the home is at the heart of Christmas. So the image I was getting, the family gathered around the warmth while there's a blanket of snow outside, and then I'm picturing children under a blanket in bed. Christmas seems to cover the earth in a blanket of love.
Right when we first listened to the song, you said that there are so many other songs that are more upbeat, and whether it's Deck the Halls or Jingle Bells, but this one has that more lullaby, soothing, placid feeling to it. Yeah. And I think it would be great to write a song that feels that way, that feels a little bit more like a lullaby. What I think is neat about the Christmas song is there's no formal chorus. It's more of a story. It's chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and it keeps going, Jack Frost and Bacon, but it
just kind of flows.
Yeah, there isn't this
without the repetition.
So we could make this a little bit more of a no traditional chorus, just have it kind of be this 3-verse song. Could be something where it goes dun, 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 dun. And I like this idea of this falling, like I feel like the music makes sense to me. I feel like I kind of hear how I want the song to sound. Tying in the lyrics now and tying in this idea of the blanket, that's kind of the next part. That's the next thing we need to work on. Should every verse end with blanket of love?
It could.
Because even the blanket of wool is a blanket of love.
Yeah.
The blanket of snow bringing
Mother
families
Nature's,
together under this
Would be a
blanket
nice
of love.
Unifying the three verses, blanket of love, instead of changing the word. Well, the image I have of children being tucked into bed, maybe by parents, maybe by grandparents or aunt or uncle, or the idea of the strong hands, gentle hands, tucking the blanket under the chins of the child or children.
I think we can write this as this beautiful love letter from you, looking down on the world and kind of sharing your insight and your feelings of Christmas. Maybe we talk about the fire glows. Because if we're talking about this being the end of the night, presumably the fire's been put out, and so maybe there's still burning embers.
Embers glow.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. Embers glow. I think that's a great way to start it. Embers glow, because it shows that hey, a fire was put out.
There was a fire with chestnuts roasting.
Exactly. So we could, let's see, how's that? Embers glow, the sun's fast asleep. The lights all turned out, except the ones on the tree. Okay, I'm really good with verse 1.
Okay.
So now, verse 2, we said we want to have peaceful snowfall, Mother Nature laying a blanket of snow on the land. So I think we still say tucked in tight under a blanket of love. I think that line will still be
good.
Tucked in tight under a blanket of love. In the first verse we say embers glow. I think in the second verse we can say peaceful snow. Actually, we could.
How about,
Go ahead.
the image of light, how about twinkling stars or something with stars to parallel embers?
Twinkling stars, snow starts to fall.
Well, here we have the lights going out. How about something about silence and the sounds shutting down? Silence descending, or, you know what I mean? Here we're saying the lights are shut out except for the lights on the tree.
Twinkling stars, snow starts to fall.
Silence descending.
I love the idea of saying silent night because I just think it's, again...
Yeah, like an illusion.
Yeah.
The silence of night.
The silence of night, I like that a lot. The line that's jumping out to me right now is the silence of night says good night to all. Because I also feel like that's that good night to all and to all.
Yeah, good night, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I love the idea of saying silence says something. Because even in the absence of sound.
Instead of says.
Sure,
silence of night whispers good night to all. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get verse 3. And then if we want to re-edit things, we can.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the next morning? Do we want to talk about...
It could be Christmas Day. Yeah.
We can be as, on the nose about it and say Christmas morning, the world's waking up. Something along those lines. But I do think I'm not afraid of calling it out right there and saying it's Christmas morning, the bells, the world starts to sing.
Yeah, that's good.
I really like the idea of saying almost like just a bigger verse here, making it bigger, singing it, but the world awakes, it's Christmas Day, and being more just bold about it, thinking of the Christmas Carol with Scrooge saying it's Christmas Day.
The lullaby was putting the sleep part, and now it's morning, so it could pick up. There should be a shift.
That's a great way to put
tempo
it. Opening hearts, sharing joy under a blanket of love. For 2 hours, for what we did, I'm thrilled with it.
Good.
So what do we call it? We talk about Christmas, we talk about children, young and old, talk about blankets. What should we call this one?
I thought is Blanket of Love, but you're the songwriter.
I love it. Blanket of Love. I think the next time you come around, I would love to sit down with you for another 2 hours and write more, but I know you're a busy man, and I am very grateful for
Maybe
you.
next year.
Thank you for sitting with me and writing a song.
My pleasure. Merry Christmas.
Mr.
And to
Kringles.
you all, Merry Christmas.
Cheers.
Cheers. All the best.
And now, Blankets of Love.
Embers glow, the sun's fast asleep. Lights all turned out, but the ones on the tree. Tender hands helping children to bed, tucked in tight under blankets of love. Twinkling skies, the snow starts to fall. The silence of night whispers good night to all. Mother Nature embracing her world, tucked in tight under blankets of love. World awakes, it's Christmas Day. The bells are ringing, the children play. The seasoned spirit opening hearts, sharing joy under blankets of love. Sharing joy under blankets of love.
Thank you so much for being here.
It's been a pleasure, George.
Mr. Kringle, where can people find you in the Inventionasium?
Well, you can find me and information about the Inventionasium online at mrkringle.com. And you can also send me an old-fashioned letter. I love to receive mail from you boys and girls.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This was Happy Hour Sessions. Like, subscribe, check out our other videos. Merry Christmas. Thank you all.
Merry Christmas.